Good morning, Mario.
Okie dokie.
Good morning, Mario. And good morning, Nintendo fans. It's a fine Monday, and after a relaxing weekend, I'm ready to go. I've made some Tezo glazed lemon loaf, and Nintendo seems to be brewing a little love affair with EA. We're going to talk about the mystery game that probably is hitting in March, as well as Nintendo's brand new Twitter account, and a Monster Hunter Rise problem that was plaguing demo users, but Capcom says they're on it. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing pretty great because a game that I've wanted on Nintendo Switch since its inception looks to be finally happening. Gamefly listed Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Naperville as a March 19, 2021 Nintendo Switch release. And this lines up with everything we know about EA wanting to up their Switch ante, and we have to touch on the possibility of a new partner showcase to kick off 2021 and Nintendo's presentation lineup. But first, PvZ, this is a match that I thought was made in heaven way back in 2017. It's crazy to me that it hasn't happened since, and it's a bit odd given that PvZ has kind of fallen. I'd say Battle for Naperville is in a low place, and maybe the franchise as a whole. Now, if you're unfamiliar, this is EA's PvP Garden Battler. It's basically Garden Warfare 3, but they didn't call it that because they wanted to make some strange changes, like removing fan-favorite character classes, discarding the awesome sticker pack system, and introducing more of a single-player component, which I do like because it adds more world-building, fun, and flair to an already charming-as-heck Plants vs. Zombies universe. But it's quite sad that this game fell flat at launch because they built up so much awesome fan cachet with Garden Warfare, doing the unthinkable, taking a mobile game and turning it into a very addictive and quite awesome shooter. But perhaps there's a chance at a second life on Nintendo Switch. I really don't want second life on Nintendo Switch, but I'd love to see PvZ have a bounce back. And I'm just excited because it is a game that feels like it was made by Nintendo. Like, it's not Nintendo. PopCap does fantastic work on their own, but it has the charm, it has the fun, and it just has that flair that makes you think, this is something Miyamoto could have come up with in his Pikmin gardening days. It's also another third-party online shooter, which is always a great addition to the Switch library, and it begs the question, will EA heart Nintendo Switch in early 2021? We know that Apex Legends is due to release on the system in its free-to-play fashion. It was supposed to come out in 2020, and it got pushed. Well, famed Nintendo knower over on Reset Era, Nate Drake, says that Apex Legends is coming very, very soon. And with the leak of PvZ hitting in March, Apex Legends any day now, and according to Jeff Grubb's very accurate June 2020 report, we're also due an EA original from Velan Studios, who are the developers of Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. So I'm super curious to see what they could be working on for Nintendo Switch. And you'd think with all of these EA projects coming to a head at once, maybe they'd want to find a partnership like 2K had back last summer, where we saw BioShock, Borderlands, and XCOM all kind of releasing at the same time, and they got a little love from a cool, cute Nintendo trailer. Now, partner showcases were a thing that was introduced in the second half of 2020, and they started off so darn slow. Like, I'm embarrassed to be a Nintendo fan kind of slow. Like, do not look up that presentation and relive the first partner showcase nightmare kind of slow. But eventually, they got pretty good. And the most recent on October 28th featured Control, Hitman 3, Immortals Phoenix Rising, Hyrule Warriors, Bravely Default 2, and No More Heroes 3. So I'd be excited about a new partner showcase. And if EA kind of leads the way with Apex Legends, PvZ Battle for Naperville, and the Velan Studios original, that would be a really nice Nintendo Direct Mini. And I'm all for it. The one EA game we know we're not getting is the Mass Effect Trilogy, which is a huge bummer because I think that would be perfect to play on the go. We haven't seen any footage to know how well these games are dolled up for 2021, but the release date has been hinted at, and it seems like it's absolutely not coming to Switch, another point called by Jeff Grubb back in June. PvZ, though, will be a good get, and I'm curious if you guys will want to play it. I'm interested also if they'll bring it in as a free-to-play title because of how poorly it's performed, or if they really need to recoup some money and they're going to charge a full price point for this game. I really hope they consider the former before going with the latter. And despite some of the strange choices, most notably the removal of the addictive and awesome sticker pack system, I still love this franchise and I'm excited to see it hit in March. I know Mondays can be kind of rough for some of us, but if you find yourself starting the week off on the wrong side of your mind, make some time for self-care. Take a bath, watch your favorite show, write in a gratitude journal, or even just talk with someone you know helps boost your spirits. It's really important to not get so caught up in the rat race and the productivity and the push for our daily lives to be so full and so successful that we forget about what's most important, and that's enjoying ourselves, enjoying each other, spreading love and kindness, and feeling good. So don't be ashamed to take a moment to just put yourself first this week. All right, so the Monster Hunter Rise demo is wonderful. I think that game is going to be amazing, and it again continues to fuel this fantastic first quarter lineup for Nintendo and their Switch. But there was a strange problem plaguing the demo where if your friends list was full, some players were seeing performance problems, like lags and crashes, just from having friends. What a strange punishment. It almost feels a little evil, but alas, it's just a bug in the system, and Capcom says they're going to be fixing it before launch. It's awesome they're aware of it and have publicly noted as much, and it's such a funny problem that a full friends list was destroying the monster hunting action. And I'll use this opportunity to say, hey, I think this game still is not getting enough buzz. Monster Hunter World was phenomenal. Monster Hunter is a massive franchise, and we have a brand new game exclusive to Switch coming out in 2 months. And I still feel like not too many people are talking about it. So go grab the demo. It's online compatible till February 1st, but then you can play it solo afterwards. Either way, just grab it and get on it now. It's some of the most fun I've had on Switch in a long while because it looks so good. It plays like a game you'd expect to see on the other platforms, and yet it's running wonderfully on Switch. And you don't even need a Pro. That thing hasn't been announced yet, although the rumors continue to heat up. I saw a reliable Apple leaker say that, hey, the Switch Pro is real and it's probably getting announced around E3. So fingers crossed that we have a lot more on that front soon. In the meantime, go play Rise. Last on the agenda, Nintendo opened a new Twitter account, which I think is pretty freaking cool. For a company that previously liked to stay very to themselves, very closed off, and very quiet, they're opening up. I mean, they've made so many moves this generation to show like, hey, Nintendo is about appealing to fans and making the games they're proud of, and more in a modern way. Yeah, I know their online isn't everything we want it to be, but look, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury is going to have 4-player online co-op, and as long as it works, that's a really great step. And now they're opening Nintendo Co. Ltd. to share business and investor information with everybody. This is a lot of stuff that they typically don't make public, or at least don't promote, and here they are. Now, I wish that this Twitter account was one saying like, hey, we are going to tell you when the next Nintendo Direct is. It's going to be a countdown clock till the next big presentation. That would really excite me, and man, I would just, I don't know, I'd have to go iced tea. It'd be so hot. But alas, it's one about business, which might not be interesting for a lot of you, but February is going to be their big presentation, and we'll find out if Animal Crossing New Horizons ended up passing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That would be a megaton. But we'll have to wait a few weeks to see. At least you know there's another avenue for Nintendo to share. Although in tried and true Nintendo fashion, they do say they won't be responding to messages. That'll do it, everyone, for another awesome morning with me and Mario. I hope you guys are doing well, and if you enjoyed the video and had fun, leave a like. And let me know in the comments down below if you'd be pumped to play PvZ on Nintendo Switch, and if you'd be down for an EA partner showcase. I know those things started off as like, oh god, do not want, but hey, they improved, and it seems like despite Nintendo's first-party announcements, we might be due for some sort of third-party showcase. I'll keep you posted and let you know, so make sure to subscribe. Stay safe, stay smart, stay healthy out there, everybody, and until next time, SwitchForce, out.